hiring and growing your team is sometimes the point, the key brick to scale your business. Why is that? Because you can do nothing without a team. Basically, normally it's one person who is starting the business, but then in order to do great things in business, you need a team of people. And that's why I would like to address the hiring topic today. I think that all of you guys are hiring right now, right? If you don't, it means that you just don't know. Because hiring is never-ending process. It's never-ending for the business, and the cost of hiring mistakes is very high. So one example that was recently shared at $1 Billion Summit, that the cost of a hiring mistake is somewhere around 15 times the monthly salary. So the example was like for a 50,000 hire in a 6 months that didn't go well. So the estimated cost was that. And why is that? Because it's not only the cost where you invest money in the hire itself, but it's also the cost of poor decisions made by that hire that didn't work, and also the time of your managers, of your team working with the person. And also think about the frustration that it all brings. So today I want to talk about how can we make it predictable, how we make it 90% sure that it works out. Of course, 100% is not possible. There will be mistakes, but how to make sure that they are not that big amount of. So actually, there are some components of a successful hiring formula. And they are all here on this slide: plan, process, resources, vision, and values. Normally, talking about hiring, we always touch base on the process, and I will do it, of course, because that's what interests people normally the most. But I want to emphasize, I can't make this more important, this topic. You need to plan ahead. Before you even take decision of hiring someone, you need to have a vision of your structure a year from now, so you understand who are those people that potentially you will need to have in place or replace or whatever, so you have a plan. Then you need to have a process, a hiring process, so that you know for sure what you do and what you don't in that process. Resources, allocate them properly. Think ahead. Again, this all goes with planning. If you need to think about, okay, I need someone to be accountable for my hiring process, be it myself or someone from a team. I need money to invest and time of that person or other people who are involved. I need to invest time in looking for a person in advertising and so on and so forth. So make sure that you properly plan these resources. It's exactly what Troy was mentioning. Look at your bottom line. And then two things that are often neglected are vision and values. Keep in mind that all you do in hiring is selling your vision to a person that shares your values. It's not possible to make your hire successful if you are not articulating your vision properly to the person, and you're not making sure that the person is, that the vision is sold. Okay, so these are very important components, so they are here for you. The next step that I want to discuss is actually the hiring process. And I love to present it as a funnel, because most of the people here are marketing people, all aware about how funnels work. And actually, hiring funnel is a X5 funnel. It means that you need to have 3 to 5 final candidates in order to make proper decision on a hire. And in order to get those 3 to 5 people, you need to have 20 shortlisted qualified candidates. And for those 20, you need to have 100 pre-selected candidates. And for 100, you need to have 500 applicants. So once you're gonna be planning your hiring process, please allow enough time for this to happen, because otherwise you will be choosing from nowhere. So going down, how do we, let's talk about top of funnel, right? So what are the main things that we need to have in place in order to have this initial flow to fill the top of your funnel? Make your job description right. Basically, I will go back to what I said in the beginning. Think about your vision, sell your vision to the people that share the same culture. You need to use proper keywords for that. You need to transfer what you really want a person to achieve. So those people who can do that, apply. Don't go broad. Don't just copy paste something from other people that you think is great, right? Second thing, fish where they are fish. You want to go to the places where you can find those candidates that are proper to your business. If you're looking for an e-commerce person, you won't go to search on the job boards on the bus stop, right? Those people are not applying that way. You need to use your network, places where similar people are hanging on. Use special e-com job boards, remote job boards. By the way, we recently launched our job board, ScaleJet.com, where you can post your job for free and you can find applicants there. And also, don't be afraid to broaden your horizons. There are a lot of markets. Most of e-com players and sellers are hiring remotely, but broaden your horizons to other countries. We are partnering with Dell, and maybe some of you guys is present here. So they can help you with the compliance solutions in more than 150 countries. So basically, use that power of hiring not only in the place that you used to do it 1 trillion times. Okay, then you have your 500 applications. What's next? We need to go down the funnel. We need to pre-select the candidates that can potentially work. And one of 8 numbers sellers, at 8-figure sellers recently, I don't remember the name, on some of the webinars shared that the biggest mistake that he made in his hiring was falling in love with the resume, basically. And this mistake is very common. Falling in love with the resume, not just going through the funnel, not pre-selecting, saying, hey, this guy worked for this amazing company, it should be working the same for me. It's not. And also, common comment that we get, that people rely on their intuition. Intuition is great, but it doesn't work. It needs to be combined with numbers. So you need to focus and score people. And there are only 3 things that you need to focus on. Is first, what needs to be accomplished? What are the outcomes of the role? And ask questions about that. Second thing is skills and competencies that are needed to achieve those things that you need to be achieved. Don't just look for a role. Look for someone who can achieve the outcome for you. And also, the third thing is your core values. Again, we go back to that first slide. You need someone who is sharing your values. Otherwise, it won't work. And here I'm putting the scorecard template for you. Basically, you see all these 3 components on the left, and this is a template that we can share with you easily. Just drop us a message. You can download that in Excel and use it. You score every competency that you need for your job with weighted criteria, and that will cut down the possibility that you hire the wrong person. Then, of course, I just want to mention, you can definitely test people, send them tests. That's a good step to do, but don't be too overwhelming with tests. Don't test for unnecessary things. Focus on things that really matter for this position and that people don't need to spend so much time on these tests. So final interview. Finally, you went through all that funnel, you pre-selected people, you talked to them, you screened them on the first call. There is a final interview coming. Take your time, because oftentimes you get so overwhelmed already. You spend so much time that you don't put that final effort in that final interview. So please take your time, look at this as a date. You're dating your candidate. Ask questions, dig. Don't forget about 3 Ps, which is plan. How did they perform in the past towards plan? Ask them, what was planned and what did you do? What was their performance towards previous periods when they were not in the company? How was it before? What happened when they joined? And peers, test them for competencies for the team. Even if it's a starting role, not a manager, they will be working in a team. Ask them those questions. Pay attention to their body language. Make sure that the person you are talking to is challenged enough, but also the atmosphere is friendly. And last but not least, have a second opinion. It's great if you could come to that interview with another manager, HR, just a peer or a friend that you trust, so you can have that second opinion. Well, this is basically everything I wanted to briefly mention today. If you have still more questions, feel free to book a call with us. We love talking to our clients and helping them. Please feel free.